The address is 347 Don Shula Drive. In honor of the legendary coach, the stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the one-time Seminole. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. That's caught by Harrison right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect...
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Miami. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Here's the 3rd-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try.
30-yard attempt.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
And he'll work this down inside the 35. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Once again, it's Pacheco. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Miami. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Dolphins are out to a 10-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, Murray. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now it's Murray. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. The Cardinals line up for a punt. This fielded at the 3. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but is taken down after a solid return. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Elijah Jones there on the stop. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. Scotty Miller deep to return. This brought in out past the 20. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They go play action for Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. On play action, Murray. That's caught downfield by Harrison. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
To throw again is Murray. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Cole Kmet. Touchdown, Arizona.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, just buying a little extra time, waiting for his man to uncover on the back of the end zone. And then it just becomes, let's rip it and throw that ball in that window, because it might not stay open for long, but he puts it right where it needs to be. Touchdown.
Makes the score Dolphins 10, Cardinals 7.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
Yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set. Alert. Alert.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Second and 7. A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set.
Try and throw with Milton. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Waddle's able to move the chains, and starting his career, Mike, with 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons is impressive. And if Tua Tagovailoa is going to continue to improve as a quarterback, this Miami offense, yes, they have Tyreek Hill, but they need Jalen Waddle.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7.
Check.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down. But tries to make this play extended, takes a big loss. And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game. But it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Murray. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Again, it's Murray. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Now the rookie out of Tennessee, it's Jalen Wright. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They run again with Wright. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. Yards on that pass play. It's an Arizona 1st down.
And a Cardinal 1st down.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
2nd down, Murray. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Darius Rush. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
On 1st down, here's Milton. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out.
Recovered by the receiving team.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Murray. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Murray. That's a short throw caught by Kmet. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Give him 14 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. Here's a screen set up for Benson.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
This one caught at the 4. And he will dive into the end zone. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. So we hit halftime here in South Florida, and the Dolphins are in the lead. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us. here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Not much too much power on that kick over the back lines with the new rules in effect. They'll start the drive at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Working out of the gun is Milton. That's caught on the right side by Waddle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop.
The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, and you take him down for a loss.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. We're able to get the third down conversion.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Head up. This is right. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Milton to the air on second down. He runs with it.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
32-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. First down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, Just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll run with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Throwing, Milton. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here's Greg Dortch now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On 1st and 10, Murray. Cross right side to the tight end, Kmet.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. And that is their final timeout of the second half. And of note, that means they will not be able to challenge the rest of the game. He'll get this out wide. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the left side, he's got Kmet.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Murray's going to throw again. He's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack on the final play of this third quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They go play action for Murray. And that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, That would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Miami. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Sanders here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First down throw for Murray. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On first and 10, it's Murray. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
A pickup there of 19 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
It's a designed run for Murray. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. Murray now on second down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That catch number 40 on the season for him.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything...
And he's in. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So, Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On second down, here's Milton. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins are going to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Murray now to throw on first down. There's that man again, another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Throwing again is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Again, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They're going on fourth down. Murray. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Cards first down. As this defense a little too loose there, giving up 19 yards on fourth down. To throw again is Murray. He'll go right back to Kmet. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Murray going to look to do it himself. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down, Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Working out of the gun, Murray. That is caught at the 3. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the rope.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins tack on one more to their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Murray. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught by Harrison right side.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now a second down throw for Murray. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Murray on third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs.
On the double. Cut 19. Cut 19. Here we go. Here we go. 19. Right here. Set. Go. Ready.
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So a win here for the Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.